Hyperinflation can strike unexpectedly, and when it does, it can disrupt every aspect of daily life. From soaring prices to widespread shortages, the effects are severe and often unpredictable. But there are ways to prepare before it hits. In this video, we'll cover the essential steps you need to take to ensure you're ready for when hyperinflation becomes a reality. Drawing from real-life experiences in countries like Venezuela and Lebanon, we'll share valuable insights on how to stockpile crucial supplies, adapt to new survival strategies, and change your mindset to cope with the challenges ahead. From securing medications and food to learning how to live without electricity or modern conveniences, these practical tips will help you thrive in uncertain times. Stay ahead of the curve and learn the 10 things you must know before hyperinflation arrives. It's never too early to prepare. 1. Stockpile essential items. The prospect of hyperinflation poses significant challenges to maintaining a stable quality of life, particularly when it comes to accessing necessary goods. Preparing in advance by stockpiling essential items is crucial for withstanding such economic turbulence. One of the first steps in this preparation is ensuring a sufficient supply of medications and medical supplies. Those who rely on routine medications, particularly for chronic conditions such as type 2 diabetes, must prioritize securing additional quantities. This can involve asking your doctor to prescribe a more extended supply, like 3 months, to shield against potential shortages and price surges. Alongside prescription medications, it's wise to have a comprehensive first aid kit. Stock it with essentials such as Band-Aids, Neosporin, aspirin, generic painkillers, and fever reducers. These basic supplies can address minor injuries and illnesses, providing a layer of security when medical resources may be strained. From a preventive health perspective, consider exploring alternatives to certain medications. For instance, maintaining a regular exercise routine and managing weight can significantly reduce the need for diabetic medications. This proactive approach not only supports better health outcomes, but also minimizes reliance on drugs that might be difficult to obtain or afford during hyperinflation. Additionally, practical improvisation can be vital in medical emergencies. For example, clean rags can be used as makeshift Band-Aids, ensuring minor cuts or scrapes are treated promptly even when standard supplies run low. In the realm of food storage, balancing between canned foods and dry goods is crucial for long-term sustainability. Canned foods are a valuable resource due to their ready-to-eat nature and varying nutritional profiles, providing a convenient option during resource-constrained times. However, it's important to recognize their limitations, particularly in terms of shelf life once open and the need for refrigeration, which may become challenging due to increased energy costs or supply issues. Hence, opting for smaller cans can help avoid wastage. On the other hand, stocking dry goods like grains, rice, pasta, sugar, and salt is an effective strategy for ensuring food security. These items not only have a longer shelf life than canned goods, but are also versatile ingredients for a wide range of meals, making them indispensable in any pantry designed to withstand hyperinflation. Beyond these basic supplies, expand your stockpile to include other non-perishable items and essentials that could see drastic price hikes or become scarce. Personal hygiene products, cleaning supplies, and paper goods are all staples that may become prohibitively expensive or hard to find during periods of economic instability. By gradually acquiring these items ahead of time, you mitigate the impact of market fluctuations and safeguard personal comfort and hygiene standards. When building a stockpile, it's also wise to monitor expiration dates and rotate stock to prevent waste. Establish a system of first in, first out, FIFO, to ensure that you are using the oldest supplies first. This technique not only reduces waste, but also helps keep your stockpile fresh and effective over time. Furthermore, take note of any items that are regularly used or particularly affected by rising prices, and make those a priority in your stockpiling efforts. By doing so, you create a buffer against future shortages while optimizing what you already have. 2. Learn to adapt to shortages. One of the most crucial aspects of preparing for hyperinflation is learning to adapt to the inevitable shortages that will occur. Hyperinflation does not only make items more expensive, but it also causes many goods to completely disappear from store shelves. In countries that have experienced hyperinflation, such as Venezuela, people witnessed essential products become nearly impossible to find. The first items to disappear during Venezuela's crisis were basic commodities like sugar, powdered and liquid milk, flour, diapers, dishwashing products, and butter. When hyperinflation strikes, these necessities often vanish from the market, and without adequate preparation, it can lead to severe challenges in daily life. Stocking up on the basics. To prepare for shortages, it's important to focus on stockpiling items that are essential to your daily needs. While items like canned food may seem like an obvious choice, they're not always the most efficient for long-term survival. Instead, prioritize purchasing products that have a longer shelf life and can be used in a variety of ways. Grains, rice, pasta, flour, and sugar are staples that last much longer than canned goods and can be used to make a wide range of meals. These can form the backbone of your food supply, ensuring you have the basic ingredients to prepare food even when access to fresh items becomes limited. Other products that may become scarce include powdered and liquid milk. Milk is a critical part of many diets, especially for children, and when it disappears, it can cause great hardship. Stocking up on powdered milk or learning how to preserve fresh milk through canning or freezing can help ensure you have a steady supply. The same goes for flour, which is a key ingredient in baking and preparing a wide variety of meals. If flour becomes scarce, you may find it difficult to feed your family, so make sure to buy enough to last you through difficult periods. Reusable alternatives. Another critical aspect of preparing for shortages is learning how to live without disposable products. During Venezuela's crisis, items like diapers, toilet paper, and dishwashing products became hard to come by, forcing people to find alternative solutions. One of the first changes you'll need to make is to learn to use cloth diapers if you have babies or young children. Although it may sound like an inconvenience, cloth diapers are reusable, making them a much more sustainable option in times of scarcity. Additionally, cloth diapers don't require you to rely on a supply chain that may be interrupted during hyperinflation. Mike, a viewer from the video, even mentioned that he used cloth diapers for his own children during difficult times and found it to be fairly simple once he adapted to the change. Similarly, toilet paper may become unavailable or prohibitively expensive during hyperinflation. It's important to learn to live without it and explore alternative hygiene practices. Consider using reusable cloths or washcloths as substitutes for toilet paper. This practice, though unconventional for many, was common during earlier times and in many cultures around the world. Having a system in place to clean and sanitize these cloths is crucial, and it's something you should practice ahead of time to ensure it's manageable when the time comes. Adapting your lifestyle, living without these products will require a significant shift in mindset. People often struggle with the idea of giving up the comforts and conveniences they're used to, but those who adapt quickly will be the ones who thrive. And don't wait for the crisis to force you into change, start adjusting now. Practice using cloth diapers, washing yourself with reusable cloths instead of toilet paper, and get comfortable with less than ideal conditions. The more you practice these survival skills now, the better prepared you'll be when the situation worsens. Remember, in times of hyperinflation, improvisation and resourcefulness will be your greatest allies. Preparing for shortages is all about anticipating what might become unavailable and finding sustainable, practical alternatives. Stockpiling non-perishable food, such as grains and powdered milk, is essential, but it's equally important to shift your mindset to using reusable alternatives for essential products like diapers and toilet paper. These small adjustments today can help make a huge difference in surviving and thriving during hyperinflation. By learning to adapt now, you'll be in a much stronger position when the crisis hits. 3. Prepare for food and water shortages. In times of hyperinflation, preparing for potential food and water shortages becomes critical to ensure basic sustenance when prices skyrocket and availability diminishes. The ability to grow your own food is an invaluable skill, serving not only to cut costs, but also to provide fresh, filling, and nutritious produce. A small garden, whether in a backyard or utilizing modern hydroponics in an urban setting, can supply a steady stream of vegetables and fruits. Crops like potatoes, carrots, tomatoes, and greens are relatively simple to manage, and they offer essential vitamins and minerals. Moreover, understanding basic agriculture can empower you with the knowledge to cultivate crops even under less than ideal circumstances, a necessary competency in prolonged periods of scarcity. Additionally, securing a reliable water source is crucial as utilities may face disruptions. Setting up a rainwater collection system can be a prudent investment in areas with frequent rain. Installing gutters and downspouts that feed into food-grade barrels allows you to harness this natural resource. In regions where rain is rare, using large trash cans to collect runoff water can offer a temporary solution. Once collected, it's vital to purify this water to make it safe for drinking, which can be done using filters, boiling, or UV treatment. This self-reliance in water acquisition can mitigate the risks associated with supply shortages and aid in maintaining hygiene and health standards. To further bolster your preparation, stocking up on non-perishable foods forms the bedrock of a robust survival strategy during hyperinflation. Focus on staples that provide long shelf life and comprehensive nutrition. Grains, rice, and pasta are energy-dense and versatile, forming the base of numerous meals. Canned goods, dried beans, lentils, and dried fruit supply a variety of nutrients and can help stave off food fatigue. When building your stockpile, aim for nutritional diversity to ensure a balanced diet that supports all of your dietary needs. Proper storage techniques like vacuum sealing or using airtight containers can further extend the lifespan of your rations. Ultimately, by taking these concrete preparatory steps, you can build resilience against the economic uncertainty that accompanies hyperinflation. Empowering yourself with food-growing skills, investing in rainwater harvesting, ensuring a stockpile of essential supplies not only supports your physical health, but also provides a sense of security and peace of mind. Being proactive about these preparations means you will be better positioned to weather the storm that hyperinflation may bring, letting you focus on other critical aspects of daily life during a crisis. 4. Prepare for loss of electricity and gas. Hyperinflation can lead to unpredictable circumstances, including the disruption of essential services like electricity and gas. Having a well-thought-out plan for these potential scenarios is crucial for maintaining a basic level of comfort and safety. Without electricity, modern conveniences such as refrigeration become obsolete, challenging our typical food storage practices. To prepare, begin by learning how to preserve foods that do not require refrigeration. This includes mastering drying, canning, and ferment techniques, stockpile shelf-stable goods like canned foods, grains, and legumes, which can provide sustenance when fresh products are unavailable. Cooking without the convenience of electricity or gas is another challenge. Invest time in learning alternative cooking methods that do not depend on these utilities. Open fire cooking, though primitive, is incredibly effective. Acquaint yourself with constructing a safe and efficient fire pit, or consider purchasing a portable rocket stove, which is designed to cook meals with minimal fuel consumption. Practice meals that can be cooked on these apparatuses using ingredients you have readily available, so you'll be well prepared when the time comes. Additionally, look into solar-powered cookers and ovens which utilize natural sunlight to heat and cook food. These can be an excellent alternative, especially if traditional fuels become scarce. Understanding these methods not only offers immediate solutions during fuel shortages, but also contributes to a more sustainable lifestyle, minimizing reliance on non-renewable sources. Moreover, anticipate the need for heating and lighting alternatives if electricity and gas are cut off. Stock up on supplies such as candles, battery-powered lamps, or solar-powered lanterns. For warmth, layering clothing and utilizing thermal blankets for insulation can make a significant difference during colder months. Fireplaces and wood-burning stoves, if available, might serve as crucial resources for heating, but it is essential to store wood safely and ensure proper ventilation. In preparation for these scenarios, involve family members in the planning process to ensure everyone understands how to respond effectively. Drills or practice runs can familiarize everyone with their roles and the tools they'll need. Preemptively identifying challenges and solutions will ease the transition during an actual power or gas shortage, safeguarding well-being and security. Overall, preparing for the potential loss of electricity and gas demands a shift to sustainable living practices. This foresight minimizes dependence on uncertain utilities and fosters resilience in facing hyperinflation's challenges. By mastering food storage, alternative cooking, and energy-saving techniques, you and your household can weather the fluctuations of hyperinflation with confidence and self-sufficiency. 5. Transportation and mobility challenges. One of the critical aspects to consider when preparing for hyperinflation is the potential collapse of transportation infrastructure. During such times, traditional means of transportation, such as automobiles and public transit, may become unreliable or completely inaccessible due to fuel shortages, skyrocketing costs, or public service disruptions. Thus, self-reliance becomes paramount, and individuals must be prepared to adapt to new modes of transportation, such as biking or walking. Preparing for these scenarios requires not only mental readiness, but also physical preparedness. Begin by incorporating regular exercise into your routine now to ease the transition to these more physically demanding modes of commuting. Building cardiovascular endurance and strengthening muscles can help you adapt more effectively to traveling long distances on foot or by bicycle. Moreover, these exercises will contribute to your overall health and well-being during stressful times when medical resources may be scarce. In addition to personal fitness, consider alternative strategies to enhance mobility. Owning a sturdy, reliable bicycle can prove invaluable. It serves as a cost-effective and efficient means of getting around. Ensure you have necessary accessories like a repair kit, pump, helmet, and secure lock. Knowing basic bike maintenance skills can help you keep your bike in good working condition, even when professional services may not be readily available. Moreover, it's prudent to familiarize yourself with your local area on foot or by bike. Recognize the fastest or safest routes to essential locations like markets, medical facilities, and work. This kind of familiarity will be advantageous should motorized transport become impractical. Community preparedness is another key aspect. Collaborate with your neighbors or local community to create support systems such as shared bike pools or walking groups, which can provide shared resources and mutual support. This social infrastructure can further alleviate individual burdens, nurtures a sense of solidarity, and enhances communal resilience in face of mobility challenges. Lastly, consider logistical adjustments like living closer to your place of employment or essential service areas to minimize travel distance. This might involve strategic relocation preemptively if feasible, to steer clear of potential transportation struggle hotspots. Ultimately, by adopting these proactive measures, you can lessen the impact of transportation and mobility challenges during times of hyperinflation. Being physically prepared and having a comprehensive plan ensures you continue navigating daily life with resilience and stability, regardless of what infrastructural challenges arise. 6. Survival mindset. and adaptation. As hyperinflation looms, adopting a survival mindset becomes a critical strategy for navigating the inevitable challenges. The current economic climate in Venezuela offers a stark example of the importance of this mindset. One of the most pressing challenges during such a crisis is the resistance to change in the face of deteriorating conditions. Many people continue with their usual routines despite the warning signs all around them. This reluctance can lead to dire consequences when those relied upon systems and structures fall apart. Therefore, it is vital to cultivate a mindset that is both flexible and adaptive, equipping oneself with the skills necessary to improvise and meet evolving needs. Adaptability means more than just surviving. It entails proactively learning new skills that may not have been necessary in stable times. This might include cultivating a small garden for food security, learning to repair essential home devices, or even developing skills related to self-reliance and bartering. The willingness to adapt also involves recognizing and responding to new opportunities that arise out of the chaos. For instance, creating and trading goods or services that have suddenly become valuable can provide a crucial lifeline when traditional employment opportunities dry up. In tandem with skill acquisition, a significant shift in mindset is paramount. Individuals entrenched in established ways of thinking and behaving may struggle in an environment where flexibility and resourcefulness are king. A forward-thinking, solution-focused outlook allows for better handling of unforeseen circumstances. Embrace innovation and creativity as tools for survival. Whether it's finding alternative ways to secure necessary resources like food, water, and shelter, or coming up with novel means to safeguard one's finances, thinking outside the box can make all the difference. Moreover, mental resilience plays a vital role in coping with the psychological impacts of hyperinflation. It's important to cultivate a positive mindset that can withstand anxiety and uncertainty. Community support networks become indispensable, offering emotional assistance and sharing resources and knowledge. Investing time in building and maintaining these networks can provide both psychosocial support and practical advantages. 7. Other preparedness tips. As we brace for the impact of hyperinflation, it's crucial to focus on smaller, often overlooked preparation strategies that can make a significant difference during financially challenging times. Adopting these practices not only enhances self-reliance, but also builds confidence in one's ability to endure economic turmoil. Stock up on baking soda. One versatile product to invest in is baking soda, a cost-effective alternative with multiple uses beyond cooking. As a substitute for toothpaste, it can be used to maintain oral hygiene and ensure dental health when commercial products may be out of reach or unaffordable. Additionally, baking soda serves as a natural deodorant, providing a practical solution for personal cleanliness under constrained circumstances. Its long shelf life ensures that an adequate supply will last well into potential periods of scarcity. Practical stockpiling. While it might be tempting to hoard as much as possible, focus instead on strategic and practical stockpiling. Aim to gather enough essentials to sustain you for several months. This period is critical as it provides a buffer while you simultaneously work on honing survival skills and adjusting to a new way of life. Essentials could include non-perishable foods, household supplies, and key personal items that are both necessary and have long shelf lives. Remember, the goal is not to accumulate a never-ending stockpile, but to buy precious time as you adapt and learn to become more self-sufficient. Practicing survival skills. One of the most valuable undertakings before hyperinflation takes full effect is to practice survival skills. Begin with basic yet crucial skills such as cooking with minimal resources. For example, learn how to prepare meals using a fire pit, which not only reduces dependence on traditional energy sources but can also utilize available resources efficiently. Experiment with simple, nutritious recipes in canned or preserved foods. Engaging in these activities familiarizes you with alternate ways of living and prepares you for a smoother transition into a resource-constrained environment. Additionally, enhancing other skills such as basic first aid, gardening, or sewing can be advantageous. First aid skills ensure you are prepared to handle minor injuries or illnesses when medical supplies might become scarce or costly. Gardening, even on a small scale, provides a sustainable food source and can reduce dependence on store-bought produce. Similarly, learning or refining sewing skills can help in repairing clothing and other textiles, which becomes crucial when replacements are not readily available. In conclusion, preparing for hyperinflation is about more than just stockpiling supplies. It's about developing the mindset and skills necessary to adapt to a rapidly changing environment. Hyperinflation brings about shortages, soaring prices, and a collapse in basic services, making it critical to think ahead and prepare for the long term. By securing essential items like food, medicine, and hygiene products, you can protect yourself from the worst of the crisis. However, it's just as important to learn how to adapt to living without conveniences such as electricity and modern appliances. From using cloth diapers to relying on alternative cooking methods, embracing these changes early can make the transition easier when hyperinflation arrives. The key to surviving hyperinflation is resilience and the ability to adapt. Prepare now, build up your supplies, and develop the necessary skills to be self-sufficient. When hyperinflation strikes, those who are proactive and ready to improvise will fare the best. The time to act is now. Don't wait for the crisis to catch you unprepared.